Now, it's not very often that our sport desk gets any attention here, but we're going to make an exception today. Screw Meidaite, Hulu, The Daily Show, and CBS Television in your NCAA Tournament. Us U.S. expats, we're tired of being hosed. Right, this is the Monday line for the week of the 25th of March, 2013. Now, for at least 5 of my 10 years in the UK, I was able to watch the entire NCAA tournament live online. The first year it was offered, I joined the premium queue to be able to go on at any time because they had limited capacity back then. I'd sit here before 2 very large HD monitors, and it was and is a great place from which to watch sports while working. This year, for no explainable reason, CBS decided to block anyone from outside the USA from seeing a large percentage of tournament sport programming. No notice whatsoever, just a blanket block. And it didn't go into effect until an hour after the first game started. And it wasn't for every single game, but it was for most of the schedule. I was able to watch only part of that game 1. Then I had to take a Skype meeting, which required some bandwidth. When I returned, access to the site was blocked. Now, thankfully, my university did not qualify, but after years of watching and jumping between games Thursday and Friday, and eagerly looking forward to doing it again this year, my only choice is ESPN America, where I get 1 game and I pay an extra £10 per month or $15 US subscription for it. Now, for all but the last 3 years, I could watch The Daily Show on their website from here in the UK. Indeed, when I travel to the Netherlands or Hong Kong or Singapore, I can still see the program the morning after it airs on the website. Now, of course, the website is blocked in the UK with some stupid joke about us not starting another war with the US. And I refer one to a pitiful UK Comedy Central website that may play 1 to 2 clips months after airing, in which, after being promised for 18 months there would be a resumption of the airing of the show daily here, The Daily Show is still not daily. So to see John and Company, I pay $9.99, or about $15 every 16 episodes. And I pay that to Apple and iTunes to watch it the next day. That's, of course, if iTunes decides to work. So postscript to John Oliver and Andy Saltzman of the Bugle podcast, this is why I cannot afford my voluntary subscription. Now, the website Hulu blocks all Saturday Night Live and any NBC entertainment programming clips. So that includes Jay Leno's Tonight Show, the Jimmy Fallon Show. All of these shows are blocked from being shown outside the USA. And this happens despite every other news outlet in the world accessing their newsworthy clips during a presidential election. The only way to see Sarah Palin as Tina Fey or vice versa is to watch a Meidaite clip, which sometimes, and again I emphasize the word sometimes, gets around the code using their player to show Saturday Night Live and Daily Show clips. We have more for Meidaite in just a moment. Most of the websites that do allow one to view content make you sit through an advert before every single clip, more than if you watched on the telly. And if you watch 10 clips, it's always the same product advertised. So you end up hating the brand you see and everything it stands for, and you would never, under any circumstances, purchase that product. For example, on Politico.com yesterday, I sat through a 34-second advert clip to watch a 16-second news clip on the White House press corps arrival at their hotel in Jordan. Really? WTF? Meidaite, though, takes the crown. I used to be able to block adverts from them by closing the Chrome window tab the instant the clip ended. And they somehow managed to put code in there to delay the window from closing, so you got those first blaring notes of whatever it was that was advertised, no matter what. Then they must have realized no one was watching the adverts and had a filter on that said, okay, we'll run an advert on the first clip, and the rest they can view ad-free, or at least have to suffer at the end. That was almost acceptable. But then they accepted some idiotic gaming company that used the Harlem Shake music and these stupid animated little animals, only now it played before every clip. But I could turn the volume off. Now these feckless thugs have made it so the controls are hidden and you cannot turn off the sound. Really? Go ahead, Meidaite. Tell me how that endears me to you or your advertisers. Indeed, I'd stop subscribing to the feed altogether. But if someone else embeds a Meidaite clip, like, say, my pals over at thepoliticalcarnival.net, no one is subjected to your adverts. Now, I understand websites need to monetize content, but websites also need to be smart about it. Google knows that if I search for a camera, that camera brand will appear subtly in every advert and on every banner, and that I may or may not click on it. What they do not do is insult my intelligence or assault my senses and thereby alienate me from your brand and your advertisers altogether. Where's the common sense? At least CNN recognizes I'm an international subscriber and viewer. They spare me the US-only adverts because I selected their international edition. Half the products you make me watch are for US companies without any chance to purchase that product here in the UK. We don't have Olive Garden restaurants or Meidaite muffler shops here. And the products we do have, when given an opportunity to shop, I will always buy from the less offensive customer whose name you have not sullied and ignore those spending so much money with you. If you let me opt out, I'm there. How about it, MSNBC? And some ads, well, they're well enough produced to keep my attention. But the bottom line is you need to recognize there's a world beyond your shores, and we American expats might buy some services. So let us watch the damn programming. You can't even play basketball in this country unless you're part of a club. I'm a referee here, and it's very difficult to find talented, good games. Pickup games exist only in my own backyard. So let us at least watch more than one tape-delayed NBA game of the week for which we already know the result. I pay 80 quid, that's about $120, for a 20-game season to watch every Major League Baseball game played from spring training right through the World Series on my PC or device. I refuse to pay the NBA or the NFL's out-of-touch pricing for their products. So how about you charge us 20 quid? That's $30 to watch the 10 days of the NCAA Tournament live and uncut. Hell, I'll even watch the damned adverts for the stuff I cannot buy here. We may then think better of you and your brand when or if we return.